This is a little hard to do while driving, but let's see if this works. Alright, we got the first like. What's going on? Can someone type in? Pedro, what's going on? OGzilla. So, alright, the chat works. Can you guys hear me well? I'm using the earbuds. I don't know how well they work. Oh, wait. Never mind. I think my phone is connected to... How's the audio? I think it's connected to my... Hold on, guys. I think my phone connected to the... One second, guys.
Wait, you guys can hear me well? Hold on, I wanna use these though. I don't wanna use the car microphone.
Alright. How's the sound now? Okay. So now the car audio should be off. Let me know how it is now. Alright, so this is going through here. It's very hard to read the chat though because I'm staring at the sun. So it's going to be hard to read the chat. But what's going on, guys? How is everyone doing? How's your weekends? How are your payouts doing? Anyone got their payouts approved over the weekend? Porsche GT3 RS, I wish. One day. It does sound good though. The only thing I don't like is I can't really see the chat all that well. When you go live on YouTube on your phone and you go vertically, it's better than horizontally. But yeah, I'm excited. My payouts got approved. All the payouts got approved. So my biggest payout to date with Apex. Basically, took a payout out of 18 accounts. And the maximum I could take out in 50K accounts is 40,000. And I took out, because one account is 150K, I did take out the maximum that I had, which was $36,750. So, and I hope to do it again April 20th. But thank you guys all for all the support on the channel. It's been a crazy growth. Since I hit 10,000 subscribers, I gained 5,000 so much faster than the first 10,000. 10,000 took me years, and 5,000 took me a couple months. But it's going to be a good week. A lot of giveaways. All right, so don't forget to tune in on Tuesday. I'll be doing a lot of giveaways on Tuesday. Apex is gonna give me some giveaways, and I'll do some of my own as well. And I'm talking like a lot, like 10 plus, 10 plus accounts. So let me know what your questions you guys have. I don't really have any topics to discuss. So what I'm doing right now is I'm driving down to the track, which is about 2 hours away, and how the track days work is you take your car. Will I trade PPI or CPI news? If I do, it's gonna be PPI. I do not use PA accounts on CPI. CPI is too violent. I don't think there's an easy way to trade it. Plus, there's a chance that you could blow your accounts, or you could make so much profit on your accounts because you're not gonna get sold out that you're gonna ruin your consistency rule, and then they're gonna check into you trading news, and you're gonna get denied a payout. So it's almost not worth it. But PPI is a little bit better. PPI is more controllable, and you could definitely get a quick scalp on that. So it depends, but the road's not that bumpy. It's just my car is super stiff suspension, and the phone makes it seem way worse. Like I'm not shaking at all, and the phone's shaking. So it's like I need a mount. Oh, maybe the mount needs to be more. Hold on, guys. Oh, the mount's loose. Hold on, guys. This should be better, actually. Nah, not that much better. But yeah, going back to how the track days work, and I'm following my brother. My brother has a trailer and the car on the trailer. See, like the chat disappears so quickly. Like if you type in a very long message, I can't even see it. It sucks. Oh wait, there we go. Now it's not gonna disappear. Alpine, I'm just working on your breakout strategy. Um, you wait for a 50-minute candle to close or 5 minute or neither. Neither. I trade the open, so 9:30 a.m. and it's based on the range from pre-market, and it's not based on time. It's based on the obvious levels, or sometimes it's the trap, but intuition goes into it as well. So it's not exactly the same thing over and over again, because if it was, I would just code it and make it automated, and that's not really possible. The market open has a lot of volatility, right? So if you use that to your advantage, because I used to do it the other way too, especially on small caps and stocks, or even large caps and stocks, which is where you're a lot more closer to futures and small caps. But when the market used to open, and let's say the price spiked at the open, I would short. And then if it dipped down, I would buy. And a lot of times I would get in and it would keep going lower, right? So I was like, okay, so if I'm going to go for a small target, I could just, when it goes down, I'll go short. And when it goes up, I will go long. So I'm not going to go opposite, counter trend. I'm going to go with the trend of the first open. And typically I get filled in the first minute, but there's times where, like Thursday, I got filled, I don't know, like 4 minutes in, so it all depends on how the market opens. And sometimes the market opens very slowly. And then once you do it, over and over again, which I don't recommend you copy trading. I don't recommend you putting any real emotions into the trade. Just more so practice it and see what you can find yourself. Cloud culture, what's going on? I saw your comment earlier. Hope you enjoying the view of the road. Thoughts on Turbo S versus GT3? Two completely different cars. All right, so a Turbo S is a Grand Touring car. It's a comfortable sports car for daily driving with an insane amount of power. It's turbocharged, got a lot of power. It's all-wheel drive, and it's comfortable to drive. GT3, on the other hand, it's a race car for the street. Okay, so it's more sporty, it's stiffer, it sounds a lot better. It's naturally aspirated engine, doesn't have turbos in it, which is way better sounding than turbo engines. It's rear-wheel drive. It's got a big wing on it. It's just, it's way less comfortable. It's very stiff ride. It's just a way better car for someone that's more of a car person. But there's nothing wrong with the Turbo S. There's a lot of people that like the Turbo S, so they're both good cars, but I would take a GT3 over a Turbo S all day. But we're talking about $250,000 right there. I think when all said and done, you're looking at like 300,000. You got to do paint protection film. You got to do like a tune or exhaust. It all adds up, and you end up spending so much money. So you always got to add. Like my car, my 911 is $152,000. That's my price. After taxes and fees, it's 164,000. The PPF is gonna be like 7,000 or more because I got the wings, so they might charge me more for it. So maybe like 8,000. The tune is like 3,000. Exhaust is like 7 to 10,000. It's gonna be a $200,000 car before I'm done with it. Forget the wheels and all the extra stuff, but it's it's just a dream that's coming true, and I worked my ass off since I was 16 for this, so I don't spend money on other crap. Plus, this car that I have here, I'm gonna sell this car, and I bought it in 2018 in July, which is gonna be exactly the anniversary of when I get the new one. And I'm not losing much money on this car, and I put so many miles on it. This car is gonna sell for almost the same price. If I didn't have an accident on it, it would sell for probably for more. But I did do like interior upgrades and stuff, so like these door panels are from a GT4 or a GT3. I'm following my brother, so my brother's in the trailer. Let me pull up next to him. So that's my brother's car right there. So he's got a real race car. I think that thing does not have airbags, doesn't have anything. So he's the one that got me into the track and into Porsches, because when he got a job at the Porsche dealership, um, I started looking into them, and I was never like a huge fan as when I was younger. I always said like I'm just gonna get myself a luxury car and that's it one day, like a Range Rover or something like. And I don't know. I think cars like these were just never obtainable. I never thought about it. So now that it is, I mean, we'll see. If I'm trading like this, my biggest concern is that I hope that Apex grows to the point where like they'll let you take out 2 million before they ask you to go live. Like right now, someone made a 1.4 million, and Apex is just growing, right? Apex is growing massively. So I hope that they will allow us to be, making close to $2 million instead of 1 million before they let you. Before they ask you to go live, because that's my biggest concern. Like I don't want to spend the money because it's like once I go live, it's not gonna be the same. You gotta invest. I'm trying to read the chat. What did everyone say? I don't even know. Hold on. I can't see the chat. Come on. Come on. Can you just type whatever else you guys said? Because I don't see the damn chat. Don't read the chat. It's hard to read it. Because like the sun is right there. I didn't think of this. Yeah, the glares. And I don't have my phone's brightness is all the way up either. What happened with the earthquake? It was a 4.8 magnitude earthquake. Um, I'm actually coming to the area where the epicenter was. It was around here somewhere. But I heard it was way worse, and I've seen some videos. In some places, like, people's like dishes fell or um, picture frames. I've seen like cats fall off like couches and shelves that they were like climbing on. So some areas got it way worse than we did, or I did. It was a very, very weird feeling because I've never experienced it. So the whole thing started rumbling, right? My whole desk, my whole seat, everything was rumbling, and it wouldn't stop. Usually, if that happens, maybe once in a while, it's the wind, and this time it kept happening. So it takes you a few seconds to process it that it's an earthquake. And it's crazy how fast it happens, and it's exactly what I talk about all the time as an EMT, right? When I was an EMT, I learned that life is so fragile and it could change so quickly, and that was a perfect example. What if that was a 7 or 8 7.5 magnitude earthquake, and there's a lot of damage is done. Life changes. Maybe not. You know, doesn't have to be casualties, but houses collapse, trees fall, power gets lost. All the little things that we don't think about, we take for granted. That's why you just gotta enjoy life. Um, Also, I posted on Twitter the other day about my car. I posted the payouts. I haven't been using my Twitter much lately, but I used to have some friends on Twitter, and one of one of the guys messaged me like, "How's everything going? I see you're doing well now." And I haven't talked to him in 2 years. And the crazy thing is, I have obviously the log in the chat is still there. So I'm gonna go through it and I'm gonna pick out some things from there that will surprise you guys, or maybe not. Maybe it will get you to realize that everyone goes through the same struggles as you are going. If you're going through struggles, trading is not easy. So you'll see, like, because I read a couple messages, it was like, all right, I'm done for a couple months. All right, this is it. I blew up on this stock. So there's a lot of like ups and downs. So things would go well, and all of a sudden, boom. Um, I'm pretty sure those big losses are in there too, like my 2022 losses in August, where I lost in like 13,000 in 2 days. Um, Still was green in the month. Oh no, that wasn't it. That was in May. That was in May. August was a choppy one too, though. Fire off some questions, guys. I have some shades so I can see the screen. I'll tell you this much: the drive is a lot more fun talking than just staring on the road. Any questions, guys? The watch truck behind me. What's the withdrawal limit on the 25K? I think on Apex it's 1,500. So the 25K accounts are not bad, but unless you plan on killing the account every time, there's no point of using that account, because listen to it. You have to make $1,600 to get a payout. You have to trade for 10 days. So if you plan on just making $1,600 and taking out 1,500 and killing the account, that's fine. But if you plan on keeping the account, you're gonna end up making like $3,000 on it. So at that point, you might as well take the 50K account, the same thing. You're gonna be able to get a bigger payout, and you're still gonna be able to keep the account. You're still gonna make the same money on the 25K and the 50K, and you get extra payout. And the price is pretty much the same between the evaluation and between the activation fees. So 25Ks are not my favorite, although on Bull Knocks, like Bull Knocks is different. Bull Knocks, you can't take out the safety net. So on the 25K, you have $1,500 worth of safety net, versus on the 50K, you have 2,600. So it's like the 25K is not bad of an option there. But on Apex, I think 50K is by far the best, and it's definitely the most popular option. But someone asked about, what was that question? Any new PA account is subject to its own minimum withdrawal for 3 months? Yes. How long did it take me to get profitable? Well, that's hard to say, because first 3 years I lost. But the way I always lost is different. I would make money. I was always able to make money. From the very beginning, I was always able to make a little bit of money, but I would lose huge. So, like, those few days out of the year would wipe me out or make me not profitable. And then it changed to where I would make a little bit of money, but we're talking about $10,000, $15,000 a year. And that's like 4 years in. So I started trading in 2016. Do I count 2016? Oh, I do, but whatever. It wasn't like, when you're starting out, I was paper trading, and then whatever. I was learning, right? So I don't know if I count that, but I guess you can. So if that's the case, it's been 8 years. Doesn't seem like that though. It's crazy. 2016, because I remember the only reason why I remember is because of my office. I got my new office from my DJ business in 2017, and I started trading in my old office, and that was so it had to be 2016. And it does. By now, I thought I'd be a millionaire. To be honest, when I started trading, I was like, "Oh, this is great." Well, not millionaire, but back then, I was looking up to people that were making 200K a year. If someone made 200, 300K as a trader a year, that was amazing. And you looked up to them and you try to learn from them. So right now I'm already at 187,000 or whatever it is on the year. So it's hard to say exactly when, because right now I feel very profitable. Right now I feel like things are finally different. So it's no longer a side hustle. My DJ business is now a side hustle. The things flip flopped, and I never even thought about it. To be honest, after like the first 3, 4 years, I gave up on the dream of day trading full time, and I always wanted to just trade part time as side income. Is it mainly because of trading on the prop firm? That is a great question, and I think the answer is yes. Trading on the prop firm is a cheat code. It's especially with multiple accounts, because again, I've made $49,000 in April, and I think I had one day that was bigger than $400 per account. Okay, only one day I had and that's only a handful of accounts. Like Friday, for example, I made like $900 on a couple of accounts. But besides that, it's been 200 on average for the most part. And some days I flipped, some days I made 300, and a couple of days I would make like $400, like early days in the accounts. So making $200-300 a day is making me this kind of money. $300 a day on one account, that is only $6,000 if you never lose. It's only $6,000 a month. So it's like the power of multiplication with multiple accounts is really what got me to be profitable. How many accounts can you have at Bullnox? You could have up to 11 accounts at Bullnox. However, it's different than Apex. With Bullnox, you could activate 3 at a time. It's like a progressive ladder. So you can have 3 accounts with Bullnox, and then once you get those accounts over the safety net, so over the initial risk, then you could activate more. So right now I have 4 accounts with Bullnox. I do not recommend going with Bullnox until you have pretty much all the accounts with Apex already locked in. There's really no benefit of Bullnox over Apex. The only thing that Bullnox is great is that it adds more accounts, right? So instead of having just 20 accounts, I could now have 24 accounts. I started with TradeNets. I traded with TradeNet as well. Um, started with TradeNet, lost money without learning anything. Yeah. So TradeNet was a huge prop firm on CFDs. I spent a lot of money with them, probably like 10 grand or more. And it was a different business model than Apex and prop firms nowadays. But eventually they got banned from the US because of CFDs. But yeah, Mayor Barack is basically a paper trader. He doesn't trade. So a lot of things out there we have to be careful of. That's why I'm not like trying to teach how to trade, like I don't think that's how we become profitable. I think piecing it together from watching what people do and then reverse engineering it is better than listening to what they say and following what they say. If that makes sense. Because I learned a lot more from traders seeing what they did versus this thing is pissing me off. Why is this thing vibrating? I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I learned a lot from traders that ran different chat rooms, and I've been to so many chat room guys. If you mention a chat room for stocks, I've probably been in it. So I was jumping from one to the next, thinking that that's going to be the better one. And even the good chat rooms, they clutter your mind and they make you feel FOMO, which is terrible. FOMO makes you want to overtrade, makes you want to jump into trades. Or they just give you ideas that would have never came to your head, and it's too many ideas. And you would think, oh, it's great. Like, they see so many different opportunities for trades, so I could trade with them, and it's just like, it's better. It sounds better than it is. Variable traders, yep, I've been in them. So variable traders is actually a perfect example of what I talk about. TBM took 120K so far. Yeah, I'm going to touch base on that as well. So variable traders is a perfect example of a chat room where you watch what they do and not what they say, because the main guy, Andrew Aziz, and you can watch his videos from not even too long ago, like 5 years ago, and he was making little profits, and now he's making a lot. But the way that guy trades, and he's the owner of the company and of the chat room, and the way that he trades, no one else in that chat room trades the way he does. They don't teach how he trades. They teach different ways of trading, but not the way he trades. And he trades very aggressively. He scalps. He has big risk. Typically, it's bigger risk. So if he loses, he'll lose more than he wins. Stuff like that. But he kills it. I mean, he trades for a couple, half hour a day and moves on. And it's one of the better chat rooms. But when they're calling out all these different trades, you basically get confused. You want to chase. It's just not a good environment to be in when you're trading. When you're just listening, it's fine. But when you're actively trading and they're calling out different tickers, different calls, it just becomes too much. Let's talk about Matt. So trades by Matt. I think he's a huge, he shows you that Apex is different than other prop firms. It goes back, same thing to what I was talking about earlier when did I become profitable because of prop firms? Most likely, yes, because trading is just so difficult. And I haven't seen that many people really make it over over the 8 years. I've seen so many people come and go, and most people don't make it. And I think prop firms make it a lot easier to become profitable. And, you're able to use houses' money, but it's still not easy. But with Apex, it's a lot easier because of 20 accounts. I mean, Matt, made his regular profits that he would make. But with Top Step, he had to push. With Top Step, he would have to make $120,000 with Top Step. You have to make so much money. You have to make like $240,000 in one account. Or if you want to, say you want to take it over 3 accounts, which you really even can't because they're going to put you live. But I think you can keep the accounts, whatever. But I'm not saying Top Step is bad. It's just much more difficult to make big money in there unless you are a really, really good trader, which most people are not. And if you are a really, really good trader, then you're going to trade your own money. So it's like all these prop firms that say, oh, we look out for the trader, we want longevity, we want to, we want to have a relationship with the trader. I see right through it, I see right through it. Yes, it's nice that they care for the trader, but do they really care? Probably not, because at the end of the day, they still make money when traders lose. And secondly, I personally don't care. If I'm a good trader where I can make money with one account, I'm going live on my own account. I'm gonna make 500,000. I'm gonna make $1 million with Apex and go trade my own account because trading futures is not expensive. Trading futures is very cheap in comparison to stocks. And stocks, when you trade large stocks like Tesla, Apple, you need a shit ton of money in the account to even make small profits. To make $1,000 a day, you need 50,000 plus $100,000 in your account because of how expensive the stocks are. With futures, it's so cheap. It's $1,000 per contract. So if you're trading 10 contracts, you just need 15,000 to start with. Obviously, if you lose, yeah, you're screwed. But The starting capital doesn't have to be that big. What's going on, guys? So I'm heading down to the track. Someone asked if the track days are this late. So the track day is not today. The track day is tomorrow, and the track days start around 8 a.m. So my schedule looks like this. I'm gonna head down there right now. We're gonna go grab something to eat. I am driving down with my brother, so this is my brother in front of me. He's got a trailer, so I'm driving behind him. But that's his car right there. Um, so that's how I. He's a Porsche mechanic, but he drives a Nissan, and it's a fully, pretty much built race car at this point. Slick tires, big wing, all the safety equipment, all that stuff. So he's on a different level than I am. We're in the same group, so I drive my car in the same group as he does. But when I see him in my rearview mirror, I just tell him to go by. I don't even, you know. But that's the thing. Like how track days work is you have three different groups. You have the beginner group, you have the intermediate group, and you have the advanced group. But it doesn't go based on how fast you are because there's going to be a lot of discrepancy in horsepower between different cars because we're going to have a Miata in the advanced group, and then we're going to have a GT3 in the advanced group, or even a race car. So it's not only horsepower, but also like the suspension and the tires, right? Anyone with proper suspension and tires is going to be super quick. So it's not about how fast you are or how fast your lap times are, but it's about how aware are you on the track. Because we're not racing each other. If someone's faster than you, you got to let them by. And being aware, because it comes quick. I mean, they're on your ass. Like, you're driving, there's no one on you, and you take a turn, and then all of a sudden there's a race car on your ass, and you're like, holy crap, where did he come from? And you got to be aware of that. A lot of people in the smaller groups or in the beginner groups are not aware, and it caused a big train of cars because they don't know where to let them by safely, and they're just not aware. They're not looking in their mirrors. Um, Trevor, enjoy your Sunday. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be like this. Tomorrow we're going to get to the track. So today we're going because I don't have work. Typically I have work on Sundays, but today I don't. And we're going down. And we're going to grab something to eat, some wings, and I'm going to prep the cars. So I got to switch my tires. So I got my track tires on the pickup truck. So I'm gonna change out the tires. We're gonna clean up the cars. There's nothing in the car that you could have. Gotta take out your floor mats, all that stuff. Prep the cars, get them inspected. Enjoy the night out with the guys. I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna sit with the bucket seats. I'm gonna find as many bucket seats as I could find, and I'm gonna decide today whether I want bucket seats in my 911 or not. I do have a bucket seat here, and I'm on the 2-hour drive, and I don't really feel any discomfort, so I don't really think it's going to be an issue. It's going to be more of an issue if I have a passenger. If I have a passenger princess ever sitting in the car, or even like taking my dad or my mom for a drive, it would never happen in the bucket seat. So just little things I think about. but um, but yeah, it's going to be a fun day tonight, and then tomorrow we get to the track at 8 a.m. ready to go, and 9 a.m. we have a meeting. Oh no, like 8:30 we have a meeting. 9 a.m. is when the track really is supposed to go live. But a lot of times with this group we run behind. So the thing is I trade, right? So I actually go and trade on the track. So I don't take a day off. It's the way I've been trading lately. Plus, remember guys, we have to start trading tomorrow to get 10 days in for the next payout. So I can't miss tomorrow. I gotta trade. And it's so much money with the way I've been trading to skip trading for one session, right? I'd rather just skip a session on the track, not go out, because we go out every hour for 20 minutes. So our group goes out first. So we typically go out like 9:15, 9:20. So we go out right where the track starts to go hot. And I typically just sit out the first session because it's an important session to be on because it's a warm-up session. So the second session, the guys are freaking hauling ass out of the gates, versus for me, it's gonna be my warm-up session. So it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but trading is too good. Should I be worried if my ID verification was declined? No, because it happens quite often. I'm not sure what the reason is, but shoot them a ticket or email. I don't know how exactly you're gonna contact them. You can't log in, but if you could, I think you could still do. I think you could still do a ticket. So just message them, and they're gonna fix it for you. It's a very common question. Um, I did get a 150K account passed, so I traded non-farm payrolls on Friday, and I passed the 150K account with one trade. So I'm gonna have 20 accounts starting on Monday, and two of them are 150K accounts. So I'm very excited about that because 150K accounts do go a long way in payouts. The extra 750 is nice. And I'm probably not gonna trade my Ball Knox accounts this week. I'm just waiting for the payout. It's gonna hit on Wednesday. And yeah, my funded futures, I don't have any accounts right now. Oh, big pothole. This mount is driving me nuts. It's actually hot out. I should have dropped the top down, but I wasn't sure how the audio would be. The market opens in 25 minutes. Is that the new machine? No, it's the old one. I will be getting the new one in July. It already got delayed again. So I was supposed to get it July 18th. The guy called me to take the June allocation, so I took that, and now the June one got delayed. And when I spoke to the dealer when I ordered the car, they said there's no delays. So I wonder if there's something with the bridge. I don't know. We'll see. But as long as I get it in July, I'll be happy. So I want to enjoy the summer with it, and I want to break it in before the track day. When am I getting a Lambo? Um, I would get a Lambo. It's my second favorite car, but I'll get something more for the sound, and I would get it for like a year and then sell it. I wouldn't keep it. We're gonna have a couple of STOs at the track, so I'm gonna try to capture some cars. We're not really supposed to film. It's a private track event, so we're not supposed to really like do a lot of filming and stuff like that. But my voice cut off. Can you guys hear me? Yep. Now it's good. All right. But even like in Apex's Discord and my Discord, I mean, there's so many big payouts. Like, guys, I made a video in last June with the $4,000 payout, and that was like a big deal. I mean, Apex is just growing like crazy. I know there's still like a small percentage of people that are getting actual payouts, but it really just it takes that, you know, one or two payouts, and then everything changes. It's all about making this game profitable for yourself, not copy trading the accounts until they're paid for by the payouts. That's like my biggest um, advice if I had one. Do not copy trade until those accounts are paid for by payouts. If that account is paid and activated by a payout from a previous account, then go ahead and copy trade it. If not, you shouldn't be copy trading because you haven't proven yourself that you can make money long term. So why are you gonna risk the capital? Because it adds up. It does add up. I've probably spent, and I haven't really activated all that many accounts this year. I did lose a bunch. I've probably spent like 6,000 on Apex and another 1,000 on other prop firms this year. So I'm already like probably 6, 7, 8,000. I don't know exactly in activation fees and evaluation fees. So it adds up quickly if you're not getting payouts. So don't copy trade a lot of accounts. Maybe one or two is fine, but it depends on the trading style too. But prove yourself that you know that your trading style is working before you copy trade a lot, because again, it becomes very expensive. And I get those comments all the time, like, "Oh, like you don't talk about how much money you spent." And honestly, guys, if I really went back and I did the math on prop firms from last year, I spent $350. That's all I spent of my own money before I became profitable, right? So I'm like a very unique um, statistic, I would say, because I happened to get a payout with the first account in 2022. 2023, which was um, the Tick Tick account, the Tick Tick Direct. So I spent like $300 on it, so 339 or whatever. Holy shit, that guy just flew by. So I got, I think, like $3,000 payout from that account, and then I bought Apex accounts, and I got payouts with accounts 4 and 5. So I spent what, $500 plus some evals, so maybe $700. Um, Apex was doing 90% off sales more often as well. So it's just a different numbers, but obviously this comes with 6 years of experience staring at the screen and losing. So it's not like I just started trading all of a sudden, started making money. It wasn't like that. Um, but the thing is, with making this game profitable, not spending the payouts on stupid stuff. If you, let's say, get a $10,000 payout and you buy something silly, that's just not smart being with your money, right? You got to be more aware of the fact that $10,000 is not a lot of money, right? So it could go quick. So you want to use that 10,000 as safely as possible to grow into more. Yeah, you could buy, pay for bills, but spoiling yourself. I mean, I bought myself a Jeep, so I got payouts from May. In November, I got a Jeep because I needed to replace my other car. So I used one of the November payouts of 8,000 for a down payment. So I did spoil myself there. But besides that, I'm just using the money now. Like I'm gonna get the car. I'm gonna pay off a couple other things, and then I'm gonna enjoy it with the car. But it's also my side income. That's another thing, is people don't realize trading is very difficult, so you should not rely on it, and you should be working a second job, or a full-time job, I should say, not a second job. Um, I don't know how anyone could survive trading without having a job. I mean, you would have to be in the 0.001% of traders to survive. Like if that's one of you, that's fine. It's just my opinion. But if I see someone saying that, oh, it sucks that Apex takes so long to do the payouts because I can't afford to activate my new accounts, I'm thinking to myself, why would you be getting more accounts if you can't afford to pay for them? How are you living? Like, there's other more important things first. So that always kind of makes me nervous talking about P&L and numbers and all that stuff. But the reason why I'm trading to this day is because of people like Madaz and a couple other traders on Twitter. I can't think of their names right now. That posted P&L every single day, and they gave me hope that this is possible one day. And instead of looking at charts and executions and all that stuff, I was motivated by P&L. Do I have a job? Yes, I have a full-time business. So this is the first 3 months of my life, well, my trading life, that I could even think about making trading full-time and DJing part-time. I don't want to get into the details, but I make around what I've made in Payouts so far this year is what I make DJing in a year, give or take. Um, so it's a good business. I'm not going to give up on it. I'm going to make some adjustments, but I've been making six figures for quite a long time now, except in 2020. 2020 was very, very rough. But my photo booth, I also do DJing and I also do photo booths, and my photo booth business is slowing down a lot. I think the photo booth business is just getting very, very saturated with the iPad technology and stuff. I use an actual camera; it's way better quality, but the iPad technology is just getting way higher and just not doing as many jobs. And it's all like perfect. It's all lining up perfectly. It's like, oh, I don't even want to do photo booths anymore. It's now more of a headache than it's worth, because I'll make more money in 1 month trading than I do all year in the photo booth. Plus, there's a lot of stress with the photo booth because you gotta upkeep it and you gotta deal with clients and all that stuff. So, someone asked, "What do I think?" Someone asked, "What do I think?" 900K views. I crossed 1 million views. I thought. I'm pretty sure lifetime of the channel I crossed 1 million. But someone asked about Take Profit Trader. So Take Profit Trader is a prop firm I have not tried, and it's probably the most popular prop firm that I haven't tried. There's a couple of things about them that I don't really like, and one of them is the daily max loss. They have a trailing drawdown and daily max loss. It just doesn't work well for my strategies. I want as many accounts with the trailing drawdown as possible, and if I could find more prop firms that have a trailing drawdown, let me know. That's the only reason why I haven't done Tick Tick. So I really like Tick Tick, but people say they don't like trailing drawdown. But now I'm like struggling to find a prop firm with a trailing drawdown. Most prop firms are end of day, so I don't know why people complain. There's so many options there's more options for end of day than there is for trailing. FTMO is a CFD Forex prop firm, so I would never trade with them personally. And my funded futures is good because of end of day drawdown plus no max daily loss. So if you build a cushion on the account, it's fine. But it's just harder to pass the them evals. It's bigger targets and stuff. But yeah, guys, this is way more enjoyable of a drive to the track than listening to music. FTMO pays with crypto so you can do tax evasion. Well, that's a good way to go to jail. And that's why FTMO and prop firms like that could get banned really quickly in the US. It's gonna be like a black market. But you do as you wish. I don't care. I make too much money to give tax evasion stuff. When you're making $2,000-3,000 a month, and maybe you can get away with it. But how are you gonna buy a house or a car? Taxes suck, but taxes are part of life. And if you're paying a lot in taxes, you're making a lot of money. So that's how it works. It does suck though. I'm gonna be if the year keeps going the way it's going, I'm gonna be in probably the highest tax bracket there is. When will I travel to Poland? Um, I don't know. It's a tough one. Probably when I slow down with DJing. Puerto Rico is not as easy as you think. You actually have to start a business there to get like you have to provide some kind of value. I heard it's not as easy as just moving there and paying taxes there. You have to have some kind of business or reason for a move. That's what I've heard. I don't know exactly, but I value family and stuff like that more than not paying taxes. I'm just gonna make more money. Right? If I want to make more money, I'm just gonna make more money instead of avoid. But later on in life, I'm gonna start investing into real estate and stuff, and then you have a lot of tax. Um, it's not tax credits or tax deductions, but it's more like you would defer the taxes. That's how the wealthy do it. Am I gonna stream tomorrow? Nope. I'll be at the track, and the service at the track sucks. I'll do my opening range trade on the track. I brought my laptop, but I'm most likely gonna do it on my phone. I'm gonna log into my computer at my at home and use my phone to control the computer at home. Because if the Wi-Fi or the service cut off, I don't have to worry about it because um, the trades are being executed on the home computer. M4 next to me. Hello from Brazil. Hello, hello. Again, my worry is not the taxes because whatever. I'm used to paying taxes. Obviously, it's gonna put me in a much higher bracket, and there's really not many write-offs. Like in DJ business, I have so many write-offs, so I took a huge deduction on taxes. But in the trading world, there's really not much we could deduct in the grand scheme of things. If I make 500,000 trading, I might be able to deduct 50,000 somehow. Travel, um, part of the car for YouTube purposes, some food. I mean, what else? You're gonna buy a new computer every year. Okay, that's 3-4 grand. Maybe part of your office from your home, but have I considered visiting Germany? Yes. So I did consider, not now, but when I was thinking about getting a 911 back in the day, I was thinking that when I do get a 911, I do want to take the German delivery take the car out for 2 weeks, but you can't really drive the Nürburgring in the brand new 911. So you got to break it in, right? You got to break it in. So I would just want to travel, I guess. But then, like, you're driving on the roads you don't know. You're driving with a car you're not familiar with. And it's just, I don't know. But I'm always working every weekend, so it's like very hard for me to um, to plan for that. Plus, I don't think I'm making that kind of money to make, you know, trips and stuff yet. What's the quarter mile on it? I'm not even sure. It's not a straight line speed car. It's not a Turbo S. I'm gonna get it tuned. That's why I got that version because you could just tune it, and I want to have 450 horsepower because I think that's like a comfortable. Because right now I drive with 320 horsepower, so 450 is gonna feel a lot more on the track. And once you go over like 500, it becomes very, very easy to make a mistake. You step on the gas too hard, and you could lose the car. So I think the stage 2 tune is 450 horsepower. That's more than enough. It's all about the twisties. So I got the rear wheel steering. So the rear wheels will also turn, and that's gonna help. I can't wait to feel that. Have you ever tried scalping via DOM? I do have the DOM open sometimes when we look at it, but I just don't understand how it works. But I do subscribe to level 2, so do I know when Apex will do a 90% off? No idea. If I had to guess, it will be Memorial Day weekend, so end of May. If I had to guess. If they do that, I might try to switch over to LLC and try to get funded with 20, 150K accounts. I gotta look into it. I mean, the DOM is something I'll have to look into and see like what's maybe if I had the DOM next to a chart, it would be good. But why LLC? So I don't want to get into taxes too much because there's really no difference in taxes under your personal name versus LLC. But once you make a certain amount, you could start an S corp. With an S corp, you could put the LLC under the S corp. So it's like two different. So the S corp is gonna be the parent company, and then you put the LLC under it, and then you could save on. You could take a distribution, very confusing stuff, but you could save on self-employment taxes. But there's also another way my accountant told me I could do. I don't have to be in an LLC, and I could still do it. It just would be a lot different. She said we could do something like this. So I make the money from Apex and all the prop firms. Then I'll pay the S corp, and then from the S corp I'll pay myself. My brother's pulling over for some reason. I don't know why. I did tell him that I want to pull into a rest stop and go live, but let's hear my brakes. Those are racing brakes. My car sounds like a bus. Let me just pull in next to him and see what the hell he's doing. What happened? All right. I'm gonna go and park against the sun because I can't see anything. Just got a thumbs up from some kids. All right, so yeah, I'm parked at a rest stop and it's super hot. Maybe I could take the top down. We'll try that. If it's really annoying, I'll. Oh no, I won't be able to see the screen at all. Is my I didn't really understand what my I have a 50K account. In order to get a payout, I can't make no more than 780 a day. You can make as much as you want, but the 780, how it comes about is the 30% of 2600. So 2600 is is the minimum you have to make. So that's how I get the 780 from. But if you make 1,000, then you just got to make 3,300 on the account when you take the payout. So you can make as much as you want. And I had a comment like that over the weekend. He's like, "Oh, Apex sucks because you're limited to what you can make." I'm like, "No, you're not limited to what you can make. The 30% consistency rule is not a set number. It's whatever you make it to be. If you have 5 account that's 4 month old, how much? That's 4 months old. You could withdraw unlimited. Do I live stream? Yes. I go live around 10 a.m. I will not be live tomorrow because I'm going to the track, but I'll be live Tuesday. And Tuesday we're gonna be giving away around 15 accounts or so. So Tuesday's gonna be an awesome stream. Tuesday I'm gonna give out like 15 codes for evaluations from Apex. They gave me some codes for. They gave me like 4 codes for 10,000 subscribers, but um, they said they're gonna give me like 10 codes for 15, and then I'm gonna give out something of my own too. Are you gonna start a paid Discord to follow you live? No, you're just gonna hang out on the stream, and if you want to follow someone live, that's not what you would want to ever do. I do not trade the way you can follow me. Except for my opening range trade, yes, you can follow me, but I don't stream that. I tried to follow people for all these years, and it never got me anywhere until I figured out my own way of trading. How can I see this chat? Market's open? Oh yeah, it's open. How's it going? You can't see it. Three-month is calendar or days? It's 3 months of payouts. Do you think it's best to start slow when trading prop firms? Yes. So what I talked about before is you should not be. Well, this is my opinion again. You do whatever you want. You shouldn't be copy trading until those accounts are paid for by payouts. Yeah, I don't have a GPS on though, so I have to follow you because I'm live. So if we get lost, then the Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah, but I don't have a GPS. I guess My biggest payout for last month was 20,000. Let's go. Very nice. 20,000 is a big boy payout or big girl payout. Whatever. We got both female and male traders in here. Across from Walmart, is it? Dennis, are you from Jersey? Yes, Christopher. We did have an earthquake. It happened live on stream. If you watched Friday's stream, you could see it. It wasn't that bad where I'm from, but it's still crazy to see. And this guy wouldn't let me go. You clearly see I'm going with my brother. I'm going to Millville. And J&P, brand new pavement. It's a brand new pavement. Can't wait. Farm business. So, um, farm business is interesting. Oh, there's a wait. Who? Someone in the chat loves Aston Martin. I don't know who. There's one coming. This guy's smoking a cigarette in this freaking Aston Martin. Gross. I mean, right now we haven't seen any scenery yet. This is the turnpike. So this is one of the major highways that goes all the way down to New Jersey, to PA, to Philadelphia. I think it's nice though, but I wouldn't want to Aston Martin for some reason. $15K subs. Yeah, it's already at 15,000 like 300 or 1,500 or 15,200. It's like gaining 100 subs a day. It's crazy. I haven't watched them in a while, but yeah, I used to watch them. I want to know how they write off the cars on YouTube. Like, such a gray area with how you could write off exotic cars for YouTube. Can you copy trade PA accounts? This chat, why does it disappear? Like, this chat sucks, guys. I'm sorry, but it disappears so quick. I wanted to do it horizontal, but the only way to do it is vertically. Vertically is way better. I can see the chat. It stays on the screen versus this just disappears. The surface is gonna get worse and worse as we drive down here because it's the middle of nowhere. So, how do you write off fees for getting PA accounts? What do you mean? When you get paid, you get a 1099, and then you go to your accountant, and they're gonna ask you if you have any expenses, and you're gonna tell them that's how much money I spent to run this business, and that's as simple as that. Yeah, I mean, the car is small overall. We're getting off the exit now, so the sun should be in a different direction. But yeah, what an enjoyable ride, guys. It's like it's flying versus like driving on your own. It's like it feels so long. I'm gonna miss the sound, guys. I'm gonna miss the sound. Vertical, I mean, I do have a louder exhaust, but it's a long drive. But yeah, that's how I could never have an electric car. I don't know how people drive with an electric car and enjoy driving. I love driving now too. I'm not saying it doesn't seem as long when I'm live. You know, it's a 2.5 hour drive. 2 hours really. I didn't go live when I left. I went live like we pulled over, got some coffee, and then we're gonna be probably another 20 minutes. We'll be getting to Buffalo Wild Wings, and that's gonna be it for the live stream today. So how's the market doing? Is the market really ripping? My brakes are horrible. Well, they're good, but I got brand new pads and brand new rotors, and they're not bedded yet, so it's super loud. Am I going to sell my Boxster? Yes. Can you copy PA accounts to evaluations? Yes. Yeah, Dario. So I'm going to be I'm going to sell the Boxster, and I'm going to sell the Boxster, and then I'm going to use the monthly down payment. So like 50,000, probably more. I'm probably going to put down more now that I'm making more. Jeez, Louise, with this freaking sun. That's why YouTubers, I've noticed that ever since I started looking up how to make videos driving, these guys are like, rev it. So yeah, I get a lot of attention in this car. This car is like nothing. So I can't imagine what it's going to be in the 911. But what I'm saying is the YouTubers, they usually film when it's cloudy out. It makes sense now. Sunny days do not make it for good videos. And what are my mod plans? Well, as soon as I get the car, I'm doing an exhaust. I don't know if I'm going to do the full exhaust or just the cats. But an exhaust, PPF for sure. The tune I'm going to do as soon as I break the car in. So you got to do 1,000-mile break in. So those are going to be the first three things. And then I got a quote for the wheels I want. Might have to wait for that for a little bit. $13,000 for wheels that I want. But I'm also gonna need to do brakes, like little track things. I'm still gonna try to go to track with it this year, obviously. And keep moving down. Is it tradable range or is it like chop? Well, I think last Sunday was pretty violent. No, last Sunday we had like a really, I missed it because it was Easter, but it was a pretty big move. Not much volatility. Okay. Yeah, I was never a fan of trading Sundays. I mean, I would love to be able to trade on Sundays. That'll be an extra day of, $200. I just don't have an edge. Same thing with the overnight session. Like, I don't know how to find an edge. What's my favorite strategy? The opening range breakout or breakdown. That's how I make most of my money lately. But, well, favorite, I don't know if that's my favorite because it only happens once a day. My favorite is scalping, but lately it's just been very hard for me to scalp. So, but scalping, like I looked at my P&L from like January and stuff. I had like $7,000, $8,000 days. I had a $10,000 day. I was able to make a lot more, but ever since the market hit 18,000, I don't know what happened. If Apex said I could no longer do the opening range trade, I'll do the opening range trade on every other prop firm, and I'll just scalp on Apex. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna try. I mean, I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of tomorrow. I mean, track is one of my nice job. 225, very nice. Track is my favorite thing to do as a hobby. So if Apex made any changes, has Apex made any changes from where you started from? Um, as far as overall, no. They made changes to 2 payouts a month versus 1 payout, but that's how it was when I started with them. But the big thing is the evaluations are just 1 day now instead of 7 days. That's huge. I mean, that's literally why I'm making so much money is the 1 day pass. Especially if I'm not consistent and I'm losing accounts, I'm going through accounts, I'm able to replenish them and get back on the grind much quicker. Are you afraid that Apex starts to ban profitable traders? Um, they're not gonna run out of money, so I'm not worried about that. But they do ban profitable traders, but you have to make between 600 to 1.4 million dollars to get there. So I'm not worried about it yet, but at this rate, it could happen this year, which would suck. I hope not. Um, I hope that Apex grows so much. Yep, they make you go live, which is not the same. That's pretty much like what I mean by banning you is they ask you to go live, which makes, from my understanding, going live with the prop firm does not make any sense. Yeah, I would just milk the crap out of every prop firm until I couldn't. But there's more prop firms. There's more prop firms that don't allow scalping. My opening range trade is an average less than 10 seconds trade. Sometimes, yes, it takes longer, but there's a lot of sub 10-second trades. So there's some prop firms that wouldn't allow it. So there would be a lot of things I would have to adjust. Yeah, if you're not getting payouts over $1 million, that's what I'm thinking. But is it $1 million total, or is it $1 million at once? That's the thing. No one really knows the answer to that question. It's discretionary based on Apex's. So when you go live, right now we're not trading live, right? Right now we are trading on the sim account. Okay, so we're not really live. So when we make money, they lose money. When they pay you out, Apex loses money out of their account, right? But when you go actually live, they ask you to go live, and you can't have 20 accounts anymore. You can only have one account. So you can consolidate the accounts into one account, or you could take out majority of your profit and then go live with, let's say 20 grand in the account. But it wouldn't be the same as having multiple accounts. And what's the point of going live with an Apex or any prop firm when you can just go live on your own? Unless I'm missing something, and let's say you do have 300K in payouts, and then you have another 300K ready for a payout, and they say, okay, you either have to take the money or you got to go live, or you take the money, right? So you take a payout and then you have to go live. So then they put up more money for you to go live. So you start fresh and give you brand new accounts or brand new accounts. If it's my own money from the payouts that I have to use to go live, I don't want it. But if I could clear out my accounts, so if I have 50K accounts and I have 300K in them, if I could take out the 300K and then Apex said, right, here's 20 grand, go trade live, I'll do it. But if I have to use the money from my sim accounts, then I don't want to go live because I could just go live on my own. That's how I look at it. But I don't know exactly how it works, so I can't really, I'm just speculating. I do not use a trading Instagram. I don't have one. I have a TikTok though. How many contracts do you trade in my opening range trade? Between two to four. Like tomorrow, I'm probably gonna do one contract because some of the accounts don't have a lot of drawdown because I just got paid from them. So I'm gonna do like one contract, maybe two contracts in some accounts just to get a trade in. And I am on Twitter as well, just not really active because I don't have a lot of people following me. How many ticks do I go for? I go for 22 ticks. I am testing 30 ticks as well. I am testing 30 ticks, but I know the 30 ticks is going to hurt me one day. So I'm only doing it on one account. Hope you're doing well. Yep, I'm heading down to the track. 22 ticks is $100 per contract. So if I make $300, then that's 3 contracts. Yeah, so apparently we're going to be doing that. Yeah, so we're going to do the solar eclipse. I don't know exactly what time it's going to happen in Jersey, but yeah, I forgot about that. That's part of the plan. How much does the track cost? All right, so let's break it down. So the actual track event costs $400 to $500, depending on what group you go with, whatever. So tomorrow we paid $450. There's some cheaper ones out there, but this is a private group. It's a smaller group. We don't do as many events with this group, versus the other companies are like national companies, so they'll do track days like all over the country. This group is very like privately owned, so we have like media, so we have pictures. Like you don't get pictures from other groups sometimes. We have lunch. There's a lot of extras included. Um, to DJ as well. I used to DJ like on Sundays in the summer. There's a pool house at the track. I used to DJ it, and that's the initial cost, right? So it's only $450. It might seem like not a lot. To some people, it might seem like a lot. If that was the cost, that would be cheap. However, that is just the entry fee, right? Then you gotta factor in the hotel if you want to stay. I don't always stay at a hotel, so you don't have to factor that in. You could drive in the morning and leave at night, and you're gonna be fine. But having a hotel is nice because you get there the day before, you prep the car so the car's ready to go in the morning, and you don't have to rush in the morning. Then you have cost of fuel, right? Cost of fuel is I go through a few tanks of gas, probably 3 tanks of gas, and it's very expensive gas unless you go out of the track to get the gas, which is not worth it. Unless for lunch, I'll go to like Wawa or something to get lunch, and if I don't like the lunch that we have, or if I want something extra, so then I can get gas at Wawa, and then it's a little bit cheaper. But typically, you spend money on gas. Then you gotta get track insurance. You don't have to, but it's obviously optional. I would never go to a track with no track insurance because God forbid something happens, um, you're insured. So the worst part is you know you get hit with your confidence because you're gonna car, but it's gonna get paid for, so it's not a problem. So that costs around $400, $300, $400 for me. It's gonna get a lot expensive with the 911. The insurance is gonna cost me like $1,100 a day. So with the 911, the track day is gonna cost me around 2,000, versus right now the track day costs me around 1,000, all costs factored in. So it's quite expensive, but it's super fun. And we don't do it a lot. Like we do it like 6, 7 times a year. My brother wants to do it more often, and I do too. But a car group like Super Speeders, Rob, no. But it's funny because his shop is like a couple of towns over from me. 3:42 p.m. Okay, keep that in mind. Track is really fun if you're into cars. I mean, it's like it's a performance thing where it's like it's you against you. So you're not racing against other people. It's not a competition. It's you versus you, and you try to get better with each lap, with 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 each session, with each track day, with each season, and you try to take your car to the next level. Then you try to upgrade your car. Get better tires, suspension setups. So it's always like an ongoing battle, but it's you versus you. It's not against other people, and it's exactly the same with trading. When it comes to trading, we're not competing against other people. We don't really care what other people make. It's you versus you. Have I ever passed an eval on a Sunday? Nope. I don't think I've ever traded on a Sunday. Because it's like you can't really pass it on a Sunday. It still counts for Monday, so there's no really point. Yeah, Gloria, it's super fun. I'm into motorsports. I stayed up last night to watch the Formula One race, which was in Japan, and I watched it. So But yeah, I'm super pumped about the payouts. I'm happy that everything got approved, and I just can't wait to see if I could break my record. So my record is 56,000, and I just need $6,000 to beat, no, $7,000 to beat that record. Maybe eight to be exact. So if I could get a 20K payout in second half of April, that would be incredible. So it's gonna be my aim. Well, my aim is gonna be like 20, 30 grand. So, but even if I didn't get a single payout this month again, it'd still be an amazing month, and I don't have to get another payout. So it's like it's whatever. I don't have that much cushion in the accounts. At least stuff like all the accounts have at least $1,000 left, but I only scalp. I feel numb if I earn too much money. For me, it's like I don't really care when that payout's gonna come in. Like I don't really care if it's gonna come in on the 14th of April or the 21st of April. Like it's whatever. Um, so now the money just comes into your bank and you don't even like, you know, the first few payouts I was like so like hyped and excited. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. And now it's like more like routine in a good way. My brother texted me. He keeps forgetting there's a track day. I don't know if I could text him back without losing connection. So there's a track day on the track right now. I should tell him to watch the stream so I could talk to him. Um, but basically what he said is like, should we unload the car before we go to eat? But there's a track day right now, so we won't be able to because, I mean, I guess the track is going to end now, so we should be able to, but we got a private garage. I am starving now. And I can't believe this is shaking so much. I thought this was going to be more stabilized. I gotta look up how YouTubers make videos in their cars and then on shake. I just had goulash. Nice. Do I fast? Not by choice. Um, or I just don't eat a lot. Yeah, I don't eat in the mornings. Yeah, me too, Gloria. Always hungry at nighttime. And I'm not supposed to be eating. Approaching 100 minutes. You bought an AR-15? That's not bad. I mean, that's it's probably not too expensive, right? What did I buy my first buyout? I didn't buy anything. I bought more accounts. So I bought more accounts with Apex. Um, because my first payout was only like 3,000. My first big payout in November, I got myself a car. I needed the car, so I'm saying that I used the money, but the 8,000 going out of whichever account was, it's just no difference. But the reason why I put down $8,000 on the car is because of the payout. The one single payout I got in November, I made like 12,500 or something like that in November, I think, or that September. But I know I put one of the payouts was $8,000, and I used that as a down payment. But it's crazy because when I started trading, I used to look up to people that made 200K a year. Oh my god! What car did I get? So in November, I got a Jeep Grand Cherokee. But now I just got a 911. So I got a 911 coming in July. This is my Boxster. Let's see if I could. Let's see if I could do something with this. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Can I flip the cameras? Yeah, I can. This is my Boxster right now. This is my view. So I wish I could just have the camera like this. There we go. I could just do that for a little bit. And I can actually read the chat now. Gotta make sure. Oh, this would be sweet if I could just have a mount on my steering wheel and just. This is the trader life, baby. I'm just kidding. Had this car. As soon as I became profitable, I got this car. This car wasn't that much. And my brother's a Porsche mechanic, so for me, maintenance is very cheap. Otherwise, it would be hard to. Yeah, it's my brother's car in front of us, so I can't go any faster because I'm following him. But am I not married? Nope. I've always been working, so it's hard. With trading, it would be a lot easier, but with DJing, it's tough. I mean, I'm working every single weekend. Don't get married till you get millions. Yeah. Am I in a relationship? Nope. As of end of November, I'm not. So it's been 4 or 5 months. Doesn't seem like that though. Feels like I just got out of it. I don't know why people hate indicators. I mean, I don't know if anyone hates indicators. Why would someone hate an indicator? We are looking up to you. Appreciate that. I ended it, Gloria. So um, it was because of I don't know. I'm just a busy guy, so I'm not gonna get into it. But it was more like scheduling thing. Yeah, women are the dating is very, very expensive. You go on a date, go out to dinner, drinks, whatever. Like I drink beer, so I'm a cheap date. But if you buy martinis and expensive drinks, I mean, in New York City, you're spending $300, $400. You can use the Boxster to tow the 911 to a track. The crazy thing is, I could nah, not all of them, noticing, but I don't really. I'm a happy person single. I'm happy alone. I don't feel lonely when I'm alone. That's a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people are lonely and depressed. I'm happier alone than with a big group of people. I'm introverted. I'm not extroverted. Yep, exactly. Friends with money. Well, I don't really have any like rich friends, but um, I got a couple friends from the track that are filthy rich, but like we're not friends outside the track, so I don't know if that counts. I'll be happy once I win an eval. Um, Passing evals is a lot easier than you think, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to show the bad habits of passing evals quickly because it's not gonna help you with getting payouts. So if you can't pass an eval, then you can't get a payout. So there's no point of paying the fee. JNIBs, yeah, so that's part of it. The YouTube channel. Um, I started going live when we were dating, and it was just taking up a lot more of my time. Go live, and then you got to do I have my regular business, and then I had to do that, and I have meetings, and I have consultations with clients, and yep, I'm heading down to Violent Peter to the track. If I have a solid edge, do I think you can make 100K trading? Of course. I started to realize now that making 100K is actually very easy for me. Like I feel like making 10K a month would be very easy for me now. Nope. I would never have my friends invest in trading because I don't need the money. I don't use any of my capital to day trade. You guys prefer this view or you want to go back to this view? Oh, I wish we had this view too. This view is pretty sweet. But I can't read the chat like that, so what drink is that? It's a full throttle. What brought you into profit? Did you have any struggles? Yeah, I struggled for a long time. I've been trading for 7 years now, or whatever it's been. So the thing is with trading, I was always able to make money, and I showed this before. So I used to trade stocks. I never traded options. I traded stocks, and I always struggled keeping the money. I made money, but I wouldn't be able to keep it because I would take a big loss, and I still do take a big loss to this day. I still blow accounts. I still lose accounts. But the difference now is that when I blow an account, I don't have to make that loss back to start making money again. Imagine trading one account. If you take a $2,500 loss on one single account, you have to make that $2,500 back before you can start making profits, right? That's how it works in real trading. You lose 10 grand, you got to make 10 grand back before you start making money. With prop firms, that's not the case. You blow an account, you start at zero with a brand new account. Obviously, once you have like 20, 30,000 in the account and you lose 5 grand, you got to make that back. That's different. That's already profits. I'm saying when you're starting out from zero, let's say in trading stocks, you got to put in, $30,000 up front. Until you make that $30,000 back, it's still trading with houses, with your own capital, not with houses' money. So it's like a mind trick. Do I use Polarity ATI? No. I'm out. Have fun at the track. Thank you. Thank you. I'll post some pictures on the community post, guys, when I get there tonight. I'm gonna be trying the bucket seats. If I still have not decided if I want the bucket seats for my car or not. And I think I'm gonna have to put the phone in the holder now because I will not be able to drive. And I think we're approaching the Buffalo Wild Wings. So let's see if my brother decides to just go unload the car or if we're gonna go to eat first. Okay, so we got Longhorn Steakhouse. Maybe we should want to get a steak. I think Buffalo Wild Wings is here. Yep, those are my brakes, guys. All right, now I could put the roof down. All right, so I'm gonna put the phone in the holder again because I can't drive on the side roads with my. That's a 370 Z Nismo. Oh, it's so nice out. We'll come back to eat. Okay, I'm gonna give him a thumbs up. All right, so you get a longer live stream since we're gonna go to the track. If I have service at the track, I'll just keep filming. Now you get to hear the car more. Let me know if it's too windy though. If it's too windy, I'll close the roof. You guys can hear me okay, but it's like the stream too windy. A lot of people look at my car. I got like 3 thumbs up for rev the engine comments. I'm gonna miss the convertible though. Like convertible is super fun and it makes the drive so much more enjoyable. Plus, the car sounds so much better. But it's quite chilly out. Now that the sun is kind of going down. Popo. Man, you guys like a race car driver over here. Something must be. Holy shit! He almost crashed. What? That was insane. I just saw a big pile of smoke. Someone stopped in the middle of the road. Someone didn't yield the coffin. Wow. I think that's what it looked like, at least. Maybe I didn't see it properly, but he was going way too fast, though. Must be a real emergency, though. When I was in the EMT and when the ambulance, like, so cops go first, ambulance call. If it was anything related with the baby, oh man, they would be flying. Babies and kids, man. It's actually too cold. I'm like sweating because it was pretty hot before, but now it's kind of cold. So I think I'm gonna close the roof. This guy behind me almost hit me too. Yeah, people are just, oh damn. Who has 90% off right now? Bolox? Money again, what's going on? Heading down to the track, I'm almost there. We're almost there. I just noticed the left side is not working on my brother's trailer. Good drivers? Huh? Oh, man. So, a little bit of a different stream. Next Sunday, I'm working. I don't know if I'm going to be live next Sunday. We'll see. But I'll be live on Tuesday, so I'm not going to be live tomorrow, guys. If you're just tuning in, I'm not going to be live tomorrow. I'll be at the track, so I'll trade from the track, though. And then Tuesday, a lot of giveaways. 15,000 subscribers. I used to trade with Lilu. Who said they were a scam? I don't like Lido because of how terrible their policies are, but I don't think they're a scam. They've been around for too long to be a scam, I think. Is Flexi Trade. Ermax I knew, and I have a feeling that Flexi Trade is a scam, but I don't know exactly. I'm not gonna put a. Oh, there's another box there. I'm not gonna put a single dollar into Flexi Trade. One Up Trader, Take Profit Trader, I haven't tried. There's a bunch of UProfit. There's a lot of prop firms I haven't tried yet, so I have options. But my goal is to keep 20 accounts with Apex, and then have a little bit of accounts with Bolox as main, and then Elite Trader Funding is actually pretty good as long as they were payout. But Elite Trader Funding is known. Oh, I also said Elite Trader Funding. That's who I said. So they're not a scam, but Elite Trader Funding does not pay out big traders apparently. But they paid me, and they paid 3 people in my Discord this past week. So small payouts they pay, I'm gonna keep using them till they don't pay me. I'm not gonna rely on the money until it's in my I'm not gonna count on the money until it's in my account. And we have arrived at the track, guys. I could do something like this. That this would focus. Of course, it's not gonna focus. Gloria, take care. Yeah, I'm gonna be heading and logging off here momentarily. I'm just gonna pull into the track. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna be questioned here, so I don't wanna have to sign in. You're from AC? Nice. It's very close. New Jersey Motorsports Park. Road course, yep. The school bus.
And make sure you take the postcard out and come back here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you too. Yeah, they're brand new brakes, brand new rotors, and brand new pads. So I changed out my brakes for the track. So I switched them out. Like we switched them out yesterday, and they have not been bedded in yet. So the first time I'm using them, and it sucks because I just got the brakes. I mean, the rotors I keep the same, but the brake pads I change. But I'm gonna be selling this car soon, so they're not gonna be used up. So we're arriving at the track here. So let me pull this up again so you guys can see what this looks like. So that's the track right there. So you can actually see it. And there's a lot of people leaving because they had a track day today as well. Oh, there's people walking on the track. Oh, that's sick. We could walk on the track today. It's a new pavement. They just put a new pavement. It's a perfect day, but I'm going to the track tomorrow. So today is just update. The track day just ended at 6 p.m. So there's a track walk. I would love to be able to walk the track because it's a new pavement, but that's a long walk. Yeah, it's crazy how different the track feels when you walk it. You don't realize how much. Um, well, these are our friends. So you have a Mustang here for the muscle guys. You got a GT4. You got a GT4 RS. Ooh, GT4 RS looks sick. And you got a lot of cars here. GT3. So see, like you come here, there's actual race cars, Corvettes, a Spider. So that's like the same car I have, but better. So it's like you see, I have a cool car, but then you come here and you get humbled really, really quickly. And that's why like I don't care about like showing things off. Oh, that's really nice too. I think that might be our friend. I think that's his car. Yep, Arab money. It's our friend. He owns the IT company. But yeah, it's a really, really fun experience. And again, you get humbled really quickly um when you come here. All right, guys, I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll be helping my brother unload the car. All right, guys, peace out and take care, guys. All right, be good. I'm gonna help my brother unload, and then we're gonna get ready. Well, today is just getting ready. Tomorrow's the actual track day, so. But I'm glad I was able to show you guys some toys that we have here. So I can't wait to get my 911. All right, guys, take care and good luck tomorrow in the morning and in the trading.